Hi, Venetia here, and today I'm going to do a reading with my photographs. I've been doing this for a few days now. I have purposely left those photos that I've already read out, so we won't be getting any duplicates. As you can see, I'm a photographer, www.photographybyvenetia.com, and rather than read something like tarot cards or oracle cards, I thought it'd be cool to read my photographs. Each one is different enough I can kind of get a different reading off of each one. So I'm going to go ahead and pick 3 photos randomly, and if you pick 1, 2, or 3 for a more personalized reading, or I'll read them as a group. So we've got 1, 2, and 3. And I will be posting close-ups of the photo towards the end of the video, so you can look much more closely. For this first photo, we have white daisies. And this is very interesting with a lot of green around it. And the question that's really popping in my mind is benefits. What are the benefits? And of course, we're all going through this coronavirus. You should stay at home, social kind of isolation or distancing, but it's really an isolation. So how do we get through this time when it's just so difficult? A lot of us have suddenly realized, it can be really lonely if you can't go up and have face-to-face conversations. So what this card is telling me with the white, purity, divine energy. So there's a lot of kind of starting over, a fresh start. You've got the green behind it. Green means growth, finances, money coming your way. There's a lot of different meanings, but for this photo, and I see 2 of them. So it is about bonding and not actually letting yourself isolate. Now's a good time to connect with your divine influences, whether they're angels or spirit guides, but now is a good time to really focus on that. And if you don't know who your guides are, it's a great time to figure that out. Just talk to them. You can write a note, hey, I'd like to know your name. There's a lot of different ways to introduce yourself to your guides, and this is a great time to get that feedback. If you think of a name when you're talking or communicating with your guide, ask that guide, can you give me symbols? Let me know that I'm on the right track, and ask for something specific. I asked for green feathers, and within 24 hours I saw 3 different green feathers, so I knew I was on the right track. But that's what this is about, communication. You've got the light yellow. It's a way to bring joy for right now, as we're, like I said, stuck. Or some of you may be working overtime too. And again, it's still a great time to connect to that divine intervention. And it could possibly lead, when you get your intuition built, your connection built strongly, that can help you in your career also. And that's where I'm seeing the green in this photograph. The second photo is the moon. And we've got some darkness behind it, but you know what? It's so lit up from the strong full moon energy. And it's actually not quite a full moon. It's very close. Of course, we know full moons, excellent time to clean your crystals. A lot of people won't sleep during the full moon. There's a lot of stuff that goes on, but this is slightly less than. And what this is kind of telling me, you've got some obstacles in front of it. You see the branches? They're blocking the view a little bit. But the moon itself is pure mother energy. The moon actually controls the ocean's tides. There's a lot of things we know that the moon affects, and including us. It can make people very emotional, good and bad. It, like I said, can cause sleeplessness, but it's also about, you know, we're forgetting what day of the week it is right now with everything going on. And a moon is steadfast in its cycles. It's going to be full when it's supposed to be full. It's something that we can predict. And what this tells me is, you know, it is coming towards an end, towards a new beginning. You know, once that full moon hits, then you kind of start over. And so, you know, don't let the obstacles slow you down. Now is the time to kind of get those out of the way. Enjoy the energy that's going on right now, although I don't know if enjoying is the right word, but maybe appreciate it, because this is a huge reset. The earth is actually healing as we slow down on our emissions and different things. So that's what this is telling me. There's some obstacles in the way, but everything's gonna go back to normal. And this third picture, we have a red zinnia that's kind of going into orange, and behind it we've got the gorgeous green growth. We have pink zinnias there, more red and orange. So what I'm going to say about this is using that time of the previous two cards to build up our passion. Red is a color of passion, very strong passion. And what's interesting is this is a new bud. The yellow flowers that are normally in the center of the zinnia haven't even released yet. So this is something new, something you might be passionate for that a year ago you didn't even know you were interested in. And now is the time to pursue that passion. Red is also a time of protection. It's a safe time. You know, taking an online class right now, say you've suddenly thought you might want to write a book. That could end up being a passion of yours, but you've just never had the time to do that. Now's the time to do that. So it's about exploring and finding something you're passionate about. Maybe something completely unexpected. Painting, you know, or anything creative. That's the other thing with the colors around it. I think of creativity, the bit of the yellow in there, the orange, that's all creativity. So now's your time to be creative. I mean, it's a great time when you really have nothing else to do. And if you're working, you know, you kind of have to be creative at work right now. It's not your normal, hey, this is how it's always done. Things have drastically changed. I, you know, went to a large store today to get fresh produce, and they had people waiting outside because they would only allow so many in the store, and they had X's marked on the ground so you couldn't get within 6 feet of people. They became very creative about how to handle this, and that's what this card is. It's all about creativity and exploring your passion. So now's the time to do that. And if you liked my reading, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like the video, put in the comments what you think, and I'll see you next time.